Wow. I should have prepared something. I feel like I'm about to give the world's worst TED Talk. I just want to say a few words about the Big Bang Theory Scholarship, why it exists. The simple path for this was a few years ago. I read an article that indicated that a lot of young people had chosen to pursue their educations in the STEM fields. And when asked why, quite a few said because they were watching a sitcom called The Big Bang Theory. This was astonishing to me. Believe me, when you start to write and produce a sitcom, you're not considering the fact that you might change a life. You're hoping you might make someone laugh, at the very least. But here we were clearly changing lives. People were making decisions as to what they would do with their lives, productive decisions, based on watching our little show. I suppose before the Big Bang Theory, young people watched Cheers and decided to abuse alcohol. But here we were, we had an astrophysicist, a quantum physicist. We had an engineer who we make fun of mercilessly because he's not a doctor. These characters were making an impact on people's lives. And so the next step was obvious. We wanted to give back. And I'm very happy to report that after the initial establishment of the foundation was created, the scholarship, the cast and crew, the producers, Warner Brothers, CBS, many of the talent agencies that feed like jackals on the carcasses of sitcoms, they all were happy to contribute to a scholarship that I believe can go on and in perpetuity, and we will keep growing it. And I must tell you, I get thanked a lot for starting this thing, but this would be a good opportunity to say thank you to UCLA, to Professor David Saltzberg, who was instrumental in helping this happen. He's the guy who helps us on the Big Bang Theory look smart. We sit there in a room and try and write these scripts about physicists, and usually someone, after we'll stare at the floor for a little while, someone will say, "We can stay here forever. We're not going to become physicists. So let's call David." And David's been a remarkable asset for us and a friend, and he really helped get this thing going. And the people at UCLA have been fantastic in helping us sort this out. And I just want to say thank you. We saw our first 20 students this fall. We had them come to the stage, hang out with the cast. There they are. And it was glorious. It was, there's no question about it. It's better to give than receive. This was a fantastic experience, and I hope it goes on for a long, long time. Thank you.
Good evening. Although it was 11 years ago now that I discovered I was going to be the recipient of the THELMA CULVERSON Scholarship, I still remember exactly what I did when I heard that news. Basically, I freaked out, I sat on the floor, and I cried. It was, in so many ways, a dream come true. My family immigrated from Ukraine when I was 7 years old, and my parents had been working really, really hard to ensure that I would have a better time growing up than they did. And in that moment, sitting on the floor crying, I knew I had made them really proud of me. And did I mention, by the way, it was a full ride 4-year scholarship. Really proud. Thank you. Thank you. But it wasn't until I actually got to UCLA that I realized the full value of this scholarship. I didn't realize, for instance, how freeing it would be to not have to scramble and put together a part-time job that would take away my energy. that I could fully focus on my studies without the distractions or the worry of taking out dreaded loans. I know I was one of the very lucky few. And I just didn't realize the incredible sense of freedom and adventure that I would find as a result, and the freedom to fully pursue my passions. I also didn't realize the great sense of belonging and camaraderie that would develop as a result of this community of CULVERSON scholars. Because we select one scholar from the high school that I went to each year, it means we have become a very tight-knit community. And we meet annually to celebrate the graduation of the most recent scholar and to welcome the newest member of our community. And I met fantastic role models through this tight-knit community that were just a few years older than me, but were happy, fulfilled, successful, and inspired me to realize that my goals were also within reach. I'm 100% certain that had I not received this scholarship, I would have had to settle and make compromises in my intellectual pursuits. I did not have to do that, and I'm proud to say that I just completed and received my PhD here at UCLA in musicology. Thank you. Now I'm teaching musicology here in Southern California, and I conduct and perform music throughout the country as well. THELMA CULVERSON, who's here with us tonight, gave me the freedom and the chutzpah to pursue my dream, and I will forever be grateful that she had the vision to start this scholarship. I know I'm very, very lucky to be able to stand here and share my story with you tonight. Thank you to THELMA, and thank you to all of you who support undergraduate education here.